Hi everyone. In this video we'll talk about the new British Tier 9 medium tank, Cobra. Looking ahead, I say that at the moment this is probably the most interesting vehicle in the game. But first things first. I propose to begin with my meeting with this monster. Frankly, as soon as I first saw this tank and looked at its characteristics, it seemed to me that this is a dull and drab vehicle that doesn't deserve any attention. But after I met this tank in battle and saw what it can do, I decided to look at its characteristics in more detail, thinking, what if I missed something? And yes, I missed one detail. Apparently, the Cobra's gun has an interesting feature in the form of high explosive premium shells with 490 damage per shot, given the fact Cobra is equipped with a clip for 4 such shells with 1.5 seconds of intra-clip reload. Thus, Cobra has possibility to deal about 2000 damage in just 4.5 seconds. Just imagine, you can kill almost any Tier 9 heavy tank or Tier 10 medium tank in 5 seconds. I think you agree with me that this is not normal. Of course, some of the gun characteristics, such as aiming time, stabilization, and very long clip reload time are very mediocre. Playing Cobra, you won't have time to fully aim between shots. And after a failed magazine discharge you will have to wait for as much as 45 seconds. And it's also worth noting the penetration of these high explosive shells is only 210 mm, so you'll either have to look for weakly armored targets, or shoot at vulnerabilities. But trust me, even these factors won't ruin the experience of playing this tank. That's about the gun. Now let's talk about the armor, because it is, oddly enough, and pretty nice. On average, the frontal projection armor is from 200 to 240 mm. That's pretty good as for a medium Tier 9 tank. If you learn how to use it properly, it will often save you in different situations. It's also worth noting an interesting feature. The bottom hull part has 270 mm of armor. In fact, it's very important, because very often unskilled players out of habit shoot there, thinking that it's a vulnerability. But unfortunately, it is not without serious minuses. The sides armor is only 30 mm. This means tanks with guns with 91 caliber and bigger will have no problem pen the Cobra sides at any angle. But don't feel bad about that, because when used properly, this tank's armor is felt very well anyway. Although, honestly, if I were the developer, I would totally deprive this tank of armor, for the sake of balance. But come on. The mobility. And in this aspect Cobra doesn't cease to surprise. Just incredible specific engine power, as well as the turning speed allows you to make active moves and outplay slow enemies. The only nuance is the not very high top speed, which is just 40 km per hour. But this problem is fully solved by turbocharger. I'd also like to say about the reverse top speed, in my build it's as much as 31 km per hour. Speaking of my build, this is it, if you're interested. Well, all the main points have been told. Now let me share my opinion about this wonderful tank, and after that I'll sum it up. In my opinion, the Cobra is currently one of the strongest Tier 9 tanks, and definitely the most interesting tank in the game. Obviously, it's not the most stable tank, and you most likely won't be able to do good results in every battle. But this tank is not designed for that. Cobra is designed for fun and relaxation. This is probably the main advantage of this tank. This vehicle is able to give you absolutely new feeling and emotion, which cannot offer you any other tank in the game. Okay, thank you for watching this video to the end. I hope you found it useful. Write in the comments what do you think about Cobra. It's time to say goodbye. Good luck to everyone, and remember, don't play World of Tanks.